A tense showdown between the country's biggest unions and the president they helped elect in the White House. More than a dozen top labor leaders went to the White House last night complaining about the Democrats' plan to raise taxes on some of these insurance plans, calling it an assault on middle-class families. You thought there were a lot of trapdoors in this health care dealio? Here's another one. I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning, everybody. Welcome here now to America's Newsroom. Good morning, Martha.
And I'm Martha McCallum. Good morning to you, Bill. Good morning, everybody at home. I'm in for Megyn Kelly today, and that is the story that we lead with. Big labor and the president on opposite sides of this one. Labor leaders say that President Obama is breaking his campaign pledge not to raise taxes on the middle class. Now, what's more, at least one of these unions is threatening to have members stay home during the next election unless they get what they want.
That'll be something to they follow through, huh? Stu Varney leads our coverage of the Fox Business Network. Stu, good morning to you.
Morning.
Size up the argument here.
This is emerging as perhaps the most important item in reform. Do you pay for reform by taxing private health plans? Remember, there's no inflation protection built into this tax, so a lot of middle-class people will be sucked into it and will have to pay it. Clearly, the unions hate it, because many union members have negotiated generous Cadillac health plans. Listen to Richard Trumka yesterday afternoon from the AFL-CIO.
The Senate bill taxes the middle class by taxing workers' health plans, not just union members' health care plans. And the Senate bill pits working Americans who need health care for their families against working Americans struggling to keep health care for their families.
Now, the unions are not threatening to upset the whole idea of health care reform. What they're threatening is they will stay home. They won't bring out the vote come November. The possible response from the administration may be one of the following. Exempt all unions from this health care tax. Exempt some unionized workers like firefighters or police officers or miners from the health care tax, or adjust that inflation protection. So it's not a Cadillac plan that's taxed. It's a Rolls-Royce plan that is taxed.
Okay, now if they do what you're suggesting there at the end, Stu, how then do you make up for the cuts in Medicare? How do you bring in the revenue to make sure that this is, well, what's it, budget neutral?
That is the whole issue, Bill. This is supposed to bring in $150 billion. This health insurance tax, the caddy tax, supposed to bring in $150 billion in 10 years. If you bring in less money than that, where do you make up the shortfall? Where do you make it up elsewhere? The possibility, what the unions want, is that you tax the rich. A 5% surtax on couples making $1 million a year or more. That's included in the House version. That's what the unions want.
All right, Stu, thank you for that. Nice of you to size it up. And you look great this morning coming in your Rolls Royce.
Oh, thank you very much.
I mean, really wonder, and a great parking job, too.
It's a Bentley.
Oh.
He's a great parallel parker.
See ya, Martha.